20 25 Slaves of Christmas, Slay
25 Slaves of Christmas.
22.
2-2, double deuce.
We're back into the Hulu Into the Dark movies. We went back for season 2. A Nasty Piece of Work was the name of the
Nasty
movie.
piece of work.
This one was on me. I'll take responsibility. I've done this to us a few times. I feel like I was just like, after that first week where you threw Puka and Once Upon a Time at Christmas at me, I was like, fuck you. I'm going to pick some dumb ones along the way as well.
Hey, that's fine. That's fine. This one was pretty different. That's being
I
polite.
guess I guess that's a way to put it, because like, I don't know, it sounded intriguing.
It did.
And like I told you, I have seen countless other movies that have this similar like plot device in it that like has been done exponentially better on so many levels. And I just like, similar to how I felt about Puka, dude, like
I kind of agree.
This is how like I told you, I don't know if I'm really feeling looking farther into the dark movies on Hulu, just because so far everything I've watched I just kind of find very bland, very boring. Because and Blumhouse does that, man. I've said this before, where Blumhouse, like, they might have cool ideas, but sometimes like you can tell the difference between the movies that they like give a shit about and are trying to do well, like their Halloween remake or The Invisible Man or Get Out or something like that, as opposed to something where they're like, let's make a quick buck. Like the movie, the difference is obvious.
True, yeah.
Truth or Dare, like Fantasy Island.
I don't know if this movie ever had a theatrical release.
No. These are the Blumhouse like Hulu movies, like their
right.
movies, a series of films called Into the Dark. And so far, man, they've just been bland, and that's how I feel about this one. It was just very boring, very bland. Like, even for everything that was going on, I was just like, I've seen this done better. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I've seen this done better, and I just didn't give a shit. Would be the best way to put my feelings towards this movie. I
think the reason why I did not give a shit was because, like I told you when we talked about this earlier, I said I would, like, at first I did give a shit, and I was like, okay, I'm interested to see where this goes. But then like 90% of that movie just turns out to be a joke.
Right.
It's like staged, and like after the first instance of that happening, it just makes the whole movie lose any intensity, anything. And they try, but it's just
they
like,
try to do that for the characters. You know, like they obviously try to do that in the way, because like later on that comes back with the characters who's like, oh, what, we're supposed to fucking fall for this again? But like, I don't know, it was just one of those things where it's like, well, you're probably just gonna actually shoot the dude this time. Like, it was one of those things that there's no there was no question about it. Like, this wasn't a bit this time. Like, they were gonna do it and something was either gonna go wrong, or like, it was just one of those things that was very obvious. Like, and I don't know, man, it was just one of those paint by numbers movies.
It was very obvious, though. They did not try to do anything new at all.
No,
it was just the same shit, different characters, different setting. But like, yeah, like you said, we've seen this time and time again. Crazy boss wants to give a promotion out to just one guy. Let's invite two of them.
Yeah, kind of.
Let's have them do some fucked up shit.
Kind of shit. Like a movie that has a similar premise that is like one of my favorites that we'll have to watch sometime. It's called Cheap Thrills.
Okay.
That movie, I mean, that movie basically has this same kind of concept where it's like these two down on their luck dudes find a guy who's basically like, hey, if you basically essentially do these things I dare you to do, I'll give you like X amount of money for each task that you do. And it's like that movie just, it ramps up and it gets fucking crazier and crazier and crazier. And like,
I could see it being a good concept.
It never loses your attention. Like it has you gripped to that is a very good example of the concept trying to be pulled off here
that they just didn't.
And there were certain things like you asked me a question that like after you asked me, I was like, that's a very good point. That's a very good question. Like, why are the people in the walls like grabbing at them and stuff like that? If they were like watching and shit like that. There were certain things that just like happened that they were like, man, fuck it, we won't explain.
Yeah,
you know?
I mean, it's just like, because it's like you get the feeling that like they set up this story of like, oh, this guy was trapped in the walls or some shit. You got people grabbing him. Nobody believes the lady that got grabbed. And then it's just like, fuck it, it's an act. It was rich people in the walls grabbing you because they're just watching you.
There's a lot of things that they just kind of were all of a sudden like, and now this is what we're going with. Like the handicapped kid that he went and saw for like that all that time. Like that was an
But
act,
they don't show you.
Like,
and they don't show you this kid beforehand for like it to be some big reveal that you're like, oh, fuck, it's him.
Well, like when they do reveal it, and he's like, I kind of like, I kind of pieced it together when he was like reacting to the dude's presence. But like when it was revealed that that was an act as well, and that was just an actor who's been fucking with him for like what, a year or some shit like
Three
that, three
years.
3 years, yeah,
Yeah.
like just something ridiculous like that. I was just like,
What the fuck?
what the fuck ever. I was like, now you're
Yeah.
just like making shit out, like just pulling shit out of your ass, like
It's stupid. It's
it was
stupid.
just dumb. It was just
Yeah.
very dumb. Like it was just dumb. It was bland. It was lazy. I just did not care for it, man.
So, what kind of a score are we talking for this one?
I don't know, man. I think because this is definitely another one that like I kind of woke up the next day, couldn't remember like jack shit from this movie,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
very specifically. And so I had a different score written down, but honestly, I think I'm gonna have to drop it down to a 5 out of 10.
5 out of
Yeah,
10.
yeah.
I respect that. I think that's going to be the same for me. I think a 5 out of 10. I was going to go 4 out of 10. So I'm gonna bounce it up one
Okay, I got you. I
to
bounced it down
match.
one.
Yeah, to match your 5 out of 10. We'll flip flop it. And because it could have
It's a
been a
real
great
give or
movie.
take experience. Yeah.
Yeah, and you might watch it and be like, "This is my shit." I don't know, but
It
like
might
for
be a
me,
good one to just throw on and just zone out and just have on play in the background sort of thing,
yeah,
Other,
maybe.
otherwise I can't say I'll be like, yeah, let's watch this one.
And you can check that one on Hulu.
Yeah. I'd watch Puka again before I fucking watch this one.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't know, guys. That was a hard one, but you know what? We only got 3 left.
Three
So
left. Three more
it
slaves to
cannot get
go.
any worse. I don't feel like.
Shit.
Because the 3 we have left seem pretty
I
solid.
feel like we got this week planned out. We haven't
Yeah.
planned out the other weeks. We just kind of go where the wind takes us. But this, is Christmas week. We thought we'd be a little specific with our choices.
Yeah, I think Christmas Evil is going to be the next
Christmas
one.
Evil is going to be up next. We're going to hit you
Yep.
with Christmas Evil. Death Simber is going to be our Christmas Eve. And I mean, should we tell people what our Christmas pick is, or
no? Let's let the Christmas pick be a surprise. We have it planned.
Christmas. We do have it planned.
Have it planned.
And some people might be like, really, that's your big Christmas one? And to that I say, well, any of the ones that deserve to be picked over it, we've already watched. So
Right.
So,
yeah, it's just one that we both agreed before the 25 slaves we both wanted to watch. So it's like we're gonna save that for last.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
I've waited so goddamn long to watch this movie, like ever since it came out. So I'm very excited to end our 25 slaves with this one.
Me too. But you guys can always check us out at chaseandshep.com. You can stream us on Anchor. You can find us on Spotify, Apple Music. You can find us on Facebook. You can like the page. You could not like the page. You can talk some jazz. Do whatever you want. We're just here to be
just
here.
Communicate.
Man.
We're here for you.
We're slaying away every day, and we're gonna keep on slaying all year long. So we'll catch you tomorrow.
Slay you later.